Hi, my name is Tyler Marsh, new head coach of the Chicago Sky.
Beautiful. Easiest one I got for you. For overall, just how have the last couple weeks been since this got finalized, the ink got dry, and it all came together?
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind, little bittersweet. Leaving Las Vegas, a place that for 3 years I've called home and established, a family and a connection of people who I was able to make history with, win back-to-back championships for that city, and I love the people who I was around and worked with alongside. So leaving them was bittersweet, but I'm excited to embark on this new step and take this new move here with Chicago.
What appealed to you most about this opportunity?
Yeah, I think the vision and the potential of what this could be moving forward, and through the conversations that I had throughout the interview process, both with management and ownership, and with Jeff, our GM, just communicated a way that what we wanted to establish of Chicago Sky basketball moving forward, and it's something that I wanted to be part of.
Do you have any kind of overarching philosophies, coaching styles, anything like that Sky fans can expect to see when they watch your teams play?
Yeah, I think that we want to continue to build off of. We want to continue to be fearless, play with a high energy. We want to be disciplined. I think those are kind of the common themes. I think when you look at what I hope our team to be night in and night out is competitive. We want to be committed. We want to be committed to each other. We want to be committed to the game, to our work ethic, and getting better and improving each day. We got to be committed to being coachable. There's a physical, a mental, and emotional investment that it takes to be successful and to have that championship mindset, and that's what we want to try to build here. And when you look at or speak to specifically on the court, offensively, we want to be a team that protects the ball. We want to be disciplined, and if we have turnovers, we want them to be selfless turnovers where we're trying to create for others, and not the selfish types of turnovers. So we don't want to beat ourselves. We want to attack the paint and be relentless in doing so, while creating space for others to be effective. And again, we want to create easy shots for others. When someone's open, they got to have the ball. And then we want to be able to be a team that's able to continue to playing through flow and play through our first actions. Teams are so well scouted and well coached in this league. Defenses are so good. They take away the first option, and we want to be able to be a team that's able to continue to find ways to score once those first options are taken away from us. And then I think when you look on the defensive end, we have the rim protectors and Camilla and Elizabeth Williams and Angel to be effective and protect the paint. We want to create turnovers. We want to be aggressive and relentless on the ball. We want to control the glass and win the rebound war night in and night out. And finally, we want to be able to know our personnel. We got to be able to be in tune to individual and team tendencies and being locked into scouting reports and game plans. Again, and not being in a position to beat ourselves, but if we take a loss on any given night, we want it to be because the other team was just that much better and not taking ourselves out of the game.
You mentioned a few players. When you look at this roster, you look at some of the names, some of the young players, what jumps out at you when you see some of the names that are here?
Yeah, I think again it's just the energy that they play with. I think that even when you look on this past year, the fearlessness that they play with. You had some big wins against New York, against us in Vegas, and so they approach the game with a level of fearlessness that you like to see from a young group. And so now it's about moving forward. It's about getting better each day. It's about being professional each day and learning how to work and not taking days off. And so that's kind of the part of the culture that we want to create and build here.
Looking up your resume and sitting in on the press conference, one phrase just kept coming up all the time: player development. I know it's a big aspect of your background. I mean, how does that experience in player development kind of play a role or impact you now in a head coaching position?
Yeah, it's everything. I think that it starts with what I feel is ability to understand people, ability to feel and empathize for people. I want our players to feel seen, to feel heard, to feel understood. And all that kind of goes into my philosophy of player development. I think once that you've been able to tap into the individual to where they know that you're authentic and that you genuinely care for them, as a person and as a human first, then it allows the basketball part to come a little bit easier. And so that's how I want to approach being in this head coaching seat as well. I think that, once our players are able to buy into a level of, and establish a level of trust between them and myself and the rest of our staff, I think that it gives us a better shot moving into, what we want to do on the court.
With that background, and when you look at Angel and Camila, young players coming in, having a good rookie season, how does that kind of play hand in hand? Maybe just some excitement in the future of the franchise.
Yeah, it's a huge part to who we are, who we hope to be. I think that when you look at those two, we want them to be multidimensional. We want them to continue to expand and improve their game. We want to surround them with other pieces to highlight their strengths and what they do well, but also give room for others to make an impact and a contribution too. Because as we've seen, especially in the W, but really at championship teams across all sports, it's those who are most connected and have the most depth and able to get value from top to bottom are the most successful. And so we want Angel and Camila to be successful for sure, but we got 10 other players that we want to highlight what they do well also and bring what they're able to this team as well.
You kind of touched on my next question there. You've been around championship teams in multiple leagues, NBA and the WNBA. In addition to what you mentioned, what attributes or what I assume it's just maybe some different vibes around teams that have that type of talent and chemistry. But in addition to that, communication and connecting, like you mentioned, what stands out to you from those couple teams?
I think the word that you'll hear me say a lot is selflessness. A team that doesn't care who gets the credit, who gets the glory. I think everyone gets more when you win. And so I think having that kind of that selfless mindset and that egoless mindset and just being willing to do the little things, being willing to be a good teammate and to be coached and allow yourself to be coached, and a team that's able to productively hold each other accountable. I think those are key qualities and key characteristics that you see throughout championship teams.
Who's had the most impact on your coaching career?
Man, it's got to start with my dad. He was a long-time college coach throughout my life, and seeing the impact that he's had on young people, something that I wanted to have part in my own career. And I will go to my high school coach, Omar Cooper. He's not coaching any longer, but he's someone that kind of taught me how to deal with the ups and downs of the curveballs that life throws at you. And so I've been able to implement aspects of that into my coaching as well. And then you look into my mentors, whether it's Adrian Griffin, who this city knows pretty well from his time with the Bulls, and Jenny Buchek, who's an assistant with the Indiana Pacers, Nick Nurse, Nate Bjorkgren, and of course Becky Hammond. All of them have played an integral role in who I am as a coach, and kind of what my philosophy is moving forward.
How special is that to have that kind of bond with your dad?
It's awesome. It's everything. I've never taken for granted the opportunity to have a role model right in the home. Right in someone that I can go to and look to and talk with whenever I want. It's only a phone call away, and he's someone who's set an example for myself and my sister, that teaching me aspects of life that I can apply into coaching as well. And so having him as a support system and being able to have my mom here as well, who's the most selfless person I know, and her level of sacrifice that she's put in for myself, both as a player growing up and then as a coach, and obviously being able to be a resource for my wife of how to deal with the ebb and flows of being a coach's wife, which isn't an easy task at all either. So having both of them as part of my support system has been huge to my growth and my development as a coach and as a man.
What do you know about the city of Chicago?
Man, everyone's telling me about deep dish pizza. Never had it, so looking forward to it. I've been in Chicago a handful of times. I've had some experience here for WNBA All-Star a few years ago. I was part of the All-Star staff with the Raptors in 2020 when the All-Star game was here. Every time we come, I'm a big baseball fan, so every time we came to play the Bulls or came to play the Sky, I would find my way either over to a White Sox game or to a Cubs game. And so I'm excited to continue that tradition and ingratiate myself with the city for sure.
How about from a sports standpoint? I mean, the history, the tradition, championships, and a really passionate fan base.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think that, Chicago is a city that gets behind their sports teams, and it's a passion that we want to mirror in terms of how we want to play here with the Sky. We want to put forth a team that the city can be proud of, that kind of embodies and takes on the characteristics of that city. And I hope that in my own way, I can help instill that here with the Sky, and that we can again be something that the city of Chicago can continue to get behind and be proud of moving forward.
Is there anything you'd want to say directly to the Sky fans as you're starting to embark on this journey?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your overwhelming support thus far for myself and for my family. We're certainly looking forward to, making our way, settling here and being part of the city and being part of this organization. With me, you're getting someone who, if there's two things I know how to do, is how to work hard and is how to treat people right. And so that's what you're getting in myself. You're getting someone that's relentless in their work ethic, and someone who's going to give my all to this city, to this organization, and to our players.
Anything else?
I want to know about your socks.
I was
Oh, yeah. So another part about Chicago. Chicago is a huge wrestling city. WWE, I'm a huge wrestling fan, been one all my life. Every game you'll see me with a new pair of WWE socks. I got Macho Man socks today, but it's been something I've done for the last 7 years, since my first year in the NBA. So, so I'm a huge wrestling fan. I'm looking forward to going to any events that may be here in the city. I know Chicago gets behind the wrestling too, so looking forward to it.
Good. All right. Thank you for making us another stop along the way.